Hi, it's me, Wild Horse from Moveroot, and today a few words on eating meat, eating animal protein. I do. Uh, Over the past years, I've had a lot more to do with people eating vegan and vegetarian and raw than I used to, and quite a few of them have become friends, and so every now and again we have this discussion, or you're just confronted with this very different approach to nutrition. Now, I personally, going a paleo path, I feel that eating meat, fish, eggs, insects are is very natural. And before I started calling this paleo, uh, it's just what I needed to keep my body running well, because I do a lot of physical work and I need a lot of concentration, and it seems for me that this works best on a diet that does include animal protein. uh, I also believe that we humans developed to have such big brains, and develops to have this capacity of concentration energy up there, has a lot to do with the fact that we did always eat meat, eat fish, eat eggs, eat insects, just eat animal protein. However, I don't believe that a paleo diet has to consist of mostly animal proteins and fats. On the contrary, I believe that most of our diet, if it's going to be healthy, should in fact be vegetables, and a great part of it should be raw, because you've just got all the nutrients in raw veggies. You should be taking in a lot of wild herbs and things that have grown out wild, and that come from earth and grounds that are full of nutrition. Uh, but when it comes to eating animal protein, I think also it depends on, for our bodies and for our world, it depends very much on where this comes from, and how this food is generated. Now, I eat meat, my family and I eat meat, but we make sure, I mean, almost all the meat we buy straight from a hunter. Now, I know that this meat is the animals that die for us here are deer, wild boar, animals like that, and they've been out living their lives out in the woods, out in the sticks. They've been eating an absolutely perfectly balanced diet. They've had a lot of movement. Their meat is lean, and throughout their lives, they haven't been suffering being penned in and being misused and mishandled. They One day someone comes up and he goes bam, and they're gone. And I think that's a much more friendly way towards myself and towards nature and the animals, and a balance between us, than buying meat from mass production and stuff like that. I don't think much of that at all. Um, Another way to take in animal protein that we do is we eat fish. I always make sure I buy fish that has been, that has been caught in the sea, because I don't think much of, artificial ponds with lots of antibiotics in, and fish swimming around in circles. So there also, I think that's the more balanced way to get it. And if we buy eggs, then we buy them from small farms that are organic through and through, and we know where they come from, and they're not in mass production. And I find they're okay. I eat most of them raw. I eat some of my meat raw, and feel perfectly safe about it as well. Another protein source, animal protein source, that I use every now and again whenever I sort of stumble into it, is insects. I really do. When I go for a walk, I might, and I'm in a place where I know, they're not spraying pesticides and stuff like that. I'll just catch a cricket or two, and I will just eat insects. Nothing wrong with that, or grubs I might find. Some are very tasty, some are not very tasty at all. You find that out quite fast. All in all, I don't think meat should or has to be the big part of our diet. And so modern Western meat eating habits, I think, are far from how they should be. The amount that's eaten and the source of the meat, where it comes from, how it's bred, how it's held, and how it's killed. So think about this one. I have great respect for anyone who's living vegan or vegetarian. It's not my way. It's not my way of living, and you just choose for yourself. But whatever you choose, go about it with a bit of conscience and a bit of common sense. I'm Wild Horse from Move Root. Get outside and move to your roots.